Hello, I am the artist known as DEROSNEC, and welcome to my weekly vlog where I talk about making music, art, movies, and more. When collaborating in the arts, it's especially important to create an environment which fosters creativity. However, when everybody works differently, and when starting a new collaborative relationship, it can take some time to work out the kinks and get to know each other's idiosyncrasies. Having a structure for your collaborative creative sessions when first starting out can help to keep those sessions as productive as possible while you find your groove. Before I get too technical in suggestions on ways to structure time, you should establish what you're looking to get out of these sessions. For example, if you're a hobbyist and aren't necessarily looking to make money in music, then it's not so vital that you have a lot of imposed structure. Go, have fun, make music with no expectations or deadlines, and if it works out, then awesome. If you're specifically looking to make a career, then you'll see greater strides if you choose to go into your projects with a plan. It's important to reiterate that when you're collaborating, everybody involved needs to be on the same page in terms of what they're looking to get out of working together, especially in dedicated working sessions. Someone who's a hobbyist, for example, is not likely going to go out of their way to hit the same milestones as someone who is trying to make it his or her full-time job. And it's not fair to have the opposite expectations of the other person on either side. Before I start an in-person collaborative working or practice session, I actually make a list of what I want to accomplish. Maybe I've spent too much time producing and coordinating, but personally I love agendas. They help keep things on track and can help guide you out of getting stuck. It can be as broad or as specific as you need. When writing, for example, I might set a goal of lock down a killer opening riff, write a rough chorus, figure out the connective tissue between the bridge and the chorus. When practicing for a performance, it's especially helpful to have a structured practice. I remember that when I worked with I Am Mandrake, it was always a pleasure to go to practice because Jerome was so organized. I'd show up at practice along with a handful of dancers and other performers, and he'd say something like, "Today I want to work on the dance for Miss You, Miss You," then run through what's happening on stage for Act 2. He was a true professional, everyone's time was respected, and what emerged after all that hard work were some really great shows. You can even watch our first big show in its entirety on YouTube. I'll be sure to include the link in the description below. This whole structuring idea may sound limiting because, well, it is. But limitations enhance the creative process by giving guidelines, and you'll be way more productive, I promise. It also ensures that you're actually spending the time that you dedicated to creating, actually creating something. Trust me, there is nothing less productive, not to mention expensive and frustrating, than paying an hourly fee for a jam space with your band and then realizing that half of it was spent drinking and partying and talking when you all actually intended to get stuff done that day. Again, everybody works differently, and obviously there's a balance to be made in the amount of structure imposed on each session that should be individualized on a per person or a per group basis. I'm sharing what's worked best for me in my personal experience, but my methods might not work for you. In which case, I would love to hear what does work for you. How do you structure your working and practice sessions? Do you have set goals each time? Or is it a big free-for-all and you don't have any structure at all? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button below. It helps me more than you know. And join the Uncensored by subscribing to my YouTube channel, my newsletter, or by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you never want to miss a video, be sure to click the little notification bell icon too. Thank you so much again. I will see you next week.